Hello friends, it's Alyssa here.
And Richard.
Welcome to our channel. So today's video is our 5 and 6 week pregnancy update. And as you can probably hear in my voice, I am struck with a cold. So I'm very congested, so I apologize for that. And we'll get into some more of that in a little bit. But I'm going to give you guys our because we're a team, but because I'm carrying the baby 5 and 6 week pregnancy update, and my supportive, wonderful husband right by my side while I do it. So today I'm 6 weeks and 5 days along, according to my cycle. I could be wrong. I'm just tracking it from that, but I think I'm pretty accurate there. And basically, we do these updates every 2 weeks. So the last time I talked to you guys, it was 4 weeks and 5 days, so exactly 2 weeks ago. So a lot honestly has not changed, but we'll go through some of the differences. So we'll start with the size of the baby this week at 6 weeks. We'll start with last week actually. Last week at 5 weeks, the baby was apparently the size of a peppercorn. I don't know how to show you guys a peppercorn, but I'm sure you know what that kind of is. It's really not that much different than a poppy seed, like we showed you guys in the 4 week update.
If you have a pepper grinder, it's the little things.
Yes, super cute little baby. But now this week, so it went from a peppercorn to, wait for it, a small blueberry. That's our baby. Isn't that cute?
I almost ate it out of your hand.
I'm about to do that.
Go for it.
Delicious.
It's not your child, it's someone else's.
Oh, so good. Well, they're nutritious. It was funny.
Baby.
I was reading my Ovia pregnancy daily app that I follow to tell me about all the information. Tell me about the blueberries. And when I turned 6 weeks, it was like, your baby is now the size of a small blueberry and hates oxidants just as much. And I was like, ah ha ha, because blueberries are antioxidants. Ha ha. Okay. Pretty funny. So that is the size of the baby this week. A little tiny blueberry, not very big at all.
Glad last week I didn't have to eat peppercorn.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. That's the beauty of every other week.
Oh, those are wrong. I'm done with these babies.
I like blueberries. So that's our little one. Very cute. We actually saw our little one not too long ago, a few days ago. We went to the doctor. He wanted to see us at 6 weeks because of our previous miscarriage. He wanted to see us earlier, so we went to see him at 6 weeks when I was actually only 6 weeks, so not even, like, it was at the very top of my week, so I was just, like, I just turned 6 weeks. And we went to the doctor, and he did an ultrasound just to see if everything was progressing.
There was a healthy
and there was a little sack with the little baby in there, a little blueberry in the making.
And he said everything was healthy around it.
Everything was healthy around it. It
was on the wall or whatever.
He did give us some kind of concerning news, which we did not expect. And obviously, if you guys are watching this, you will also see our 6 week appointment vlog, so you will hear all the news. So we don't have to go into detail about it, but all you need to know is that the baby was a little bit too small for what he wanted at 6 weeks. It could just be because I wasn't exactly as far along as I thought I was, which is weird, but it could be. So we're just going to wait it out, and when we see him again at 8 weeks, we're going to make sure the baby has a heartbeat and has grown enough, and everything should be fine. So we're believing that God is going to make that happen. It was a little nerve-wracking to get that news, for sure, and to be told we were at risk, because we already went through loss. And so it was very, very scary to get that sort of news, or, for him to say that. But we're trusting in the Lord that His will is going to be done, and that we'll have our rainbow baby in September. So, and our due date, we also found out, is the exact same, which I think I told you guys, as last year, but we got it confirmed by the doctor, September 18th, which
they just use a little wheel, and they're like, all right, so you said, and we're like, well, if it's the same day her period, started last? Or whatever, that's what picks it, so it's like, that was the same.
Yeah, and I think we mentioned this in the last video. We might have, and we might not have, but my cycle had started on the same day this year as it had last year, so when we got pregnant, so it ended up working out the exact same to be September 18th, which is super weird and amazing and beautiful at the same time. So we're looking forward to that and trusting the Lord on that. Anyway, next thing on my list is my weight. This is a sore subject. Okay, so last update, I said that I did not know my starting pregnancy weight because I had not weighed myself since the last time I went to the OBGYN, which was a year ago, last time we were pregnant. So I did not have a weight at 4 weeks. I do now. Last year, when I was pregnant, around this time, I was like 130, 131. This year, I am 134. So...
I'm making fun of you with my face, just saying. I'm going, oh no.
I know, it's not bad, but it's just, yeah, I'm starting this pregnancy at 134, as far as I know.
So grossly underweight. You should
stop
seek help. Let's start chugging calories as
134 is extremely average. Anyways.
A little small.
No, it's not. You're so crazy. Yeah, and cute. Anyways, so that is my weight. You know, and we'll let you know how that changes or doesn't change. I'm sure it'll change.
Probably not.
I'm sure I'll get bigger because the baby's gonna grow. But that's that. Next is symptoms. Sorry guys, I'm really sick right now. So before we get into symptoms, I will just start by saying when you're pregnant, something I've learned is that your immune system takes a crash. Because I have a pretty strong immune system. Like, I never get sick. Like, Richard can get sick. He gets sick all the time. Richard's immune system is like the weakest thing in the world. Like, he gets sick every month, I want to say. And most of the time, I don't get it. Like 99% of the time. I think I get sick like once every couple of years, maybe, not even.
Yeah, no joke.
And when I get it bad. But I don't get it very often, so I'm never worried when Richard's sick. I just take emergency anyway, but...
You can't take emergency while pregnant.
Yeah, but now that I'm pregnant, the weird thing is Richard didn't even get sick. Which usually that's how it starts, is by Richard getting sick. But he didn't get sick. I didn't even see this coming. A few days ago, I woke up with a cough. And it was just like this weird cough, and I would cough and it would hurt my vocal cords. And I was like, what the heck?
But I had that like a month ago, I thought.
Yeah, that's true. But I wouldn't have got it from you a month later. That's weird. But like, I coughed and I had this like tightness in my chest or my lungs. And I was like, what the heck? And I didn't really think anything of it because I was like, well, it could be a pregnancy thing. I don't know. So then I'm going about my day. And I start getting like these severe body aches and a fever. And I was like, what in the world?
Fever.
Yeah.
Like over 100. That was weird.
Like 100. And I had to call my doctor to see if I could take Tylenol, which I can. When you're pregnant, you can take up to 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol every 6 hours. Just
Says
so you guys know.
Your doctor.
Says my doctor. So
some people's might not think so.
Yeah, ask your doctor, but...
For your pregnancy.
I can take Tylenol, which I was actually surprised about. But so I got the fever down, because it's important to keep your fever down when you're pregnant. And
then it immediately did, like same day.
Yeah, it went into my, as you can hear, my lungs, my nose, everything, my chest. I have a huge full-on cold. And the annoying part about this cold, usually, as soon as I feel myself getting sick, I start downing Emergency and NyQuil at night so that I don't, feel congested and I can actually sleep. But since I'm pregnant and I have a sweet little blueberry growing inside of me, sweet little baby, can't do that. So basically when you're pregnant and you have a cold, you suffer through not breathing and not sleeping and all those fun things. So just that explains why I sound horrible right now.
It was a bad night's sleep last night.
Yeah, I did not sleep hardly all last night because my nostrils were burning because of like the congestion, and I couldn't do anything about it.
It's been really windy and dry anyway.
Yeah, so. It's just been awful. Anyways, enough complaining. I'm totally grateful because I'm pregnant with a baby, our rainbow baby, and so I'll take anything I can get. But I'm just warning you, if you're pregnant and you get a cold, you have to suffer through it because there's nothing we can do. You can't take anything except for
water
eat
and
healthy.
Sleep.
Yeah, you can drink water, you can sleep, obviously, and you can eat healthy food with lots of vitamin C, like oranges, strawberries, stuff like that. Vegetables. Yeah, bell peppers have vitamin C. But anyways.
Broccoli.
Yeah, that's just a tip.
Vitamin C. Broccoli.
Yes.
We Googled it.
Lots of healthy foods when you're sick and pregnant, and no emergency and no drugs. Okay. On to symptoms. Honestly, my symptoms have not really changed all that much. So the only good thing is the cramping I was talking to you about that I had 4 weeks and 5 weeks basically. I had the cramping for part of my 5th week, and then as soon as, I want to say like about a week ago maybe, it just went away. So I don't have cramping anymore. I have little weird twinges of pain still, like on one side or the other of my ovaries, like sometimes just little things that last like 5 seconds and they go away. And I heard that's very normal, just different twinges and aches and pains that come. It's kind of weird. I'm like, that was weird, But as far as cramping, pretty much gone, except for those little occasional twinges, which are not a big deal, but they just kind of catch me off guard because I'm like, Sorry, my dog is making noise. Gabby, enough. Sorry. Okay. She's excited, but it's hard to hear when she's moving around a lot. Next on my list, as far as symptoms, the one that has changed from last time, when I talked to you guys 2 weeks ago, I had not yet experienced a breakout of pimples. Lovely, right? Yeah, well, that changed actually within a few days of that video. So as soon as I hit like 5 weeks, yeah, the acne is real, okay? I have makeup on today, and I'm dressed for church. That's why you're like, why is she dressed so nice when she's sick? Yeah, I know. I just came from church. I'm going to get out of these clothes as soon as I'm done with this video and go to bed. But I had to dress nice and pretend like I was healthy this morning, so. And I have makeup on. But if I didn't have makeup on, you could see, and you might still be able to, that all over my face there are these little blemishes and little zits and fun things like that. And that is, my friends, pregnancy. Because the pregnancy hormone makes your face break out. Some people are like so fortunate and they're like, oh, my skin has been so clear like a baby's bottom. You know, when I'm pregnant.
I bet their baby has the acne then.
And some pregnant women don't get any acne. They don't get one pimple. Well, it just depends. Like some pregnant women get a ton of pimples, some get none, and some get a little bit. So right now, I definitely have my fair share of pimples. We'll see what happens. But that's a new thing. And they're kind of painful too. I'm like, oh, it hurt, you know. I had this huge one on my forehead like a week ago, and it looked like a bruise, but it was a pimple. So weird. Anyways, so that's a thing. TMI, yes, remember pregnancy updates, symptoms are always TMI, just a reminder. But before I say this, my breasts are still tender. Not as bad as they were a couple weeks ago or last week. They're getting better by the day, which is good. But they're, you know, tender, sensitive. Mostly the nipple part and like the bottom, like when because the doctor has to examine you, and I was just like, ow, but it's not too bad at all. But that's still there. What else? Basically, like everything's kind of the same. Like I'm still really thirsty, and I still like, you know, pee all the time. I still have vivid dreams.
Did you get nausea at all?
No,
or was that part of the cold?
I have not gotten any nausea this week yet. We'll talk about that a little more in a minute, but as far as morning sickness goes, that's supposed to come around 6 to 8 weeks. I've been blessed so far not to have that. I don't know what that looks like or what that means right now, but no, I've not had any morning sickness at all, which is really a blessing. Praise the Lord. My sense of smell is still pretty strong. Right now it's not because I'm completely stuffed up. So right now I can't smell anything or taste anything, which is fun. But before I was sick, yeah, my sense of smell is still pretty good. Like I could smell, when someone opens the fridge and I'm on the other side of the kitchen and they close it, I can still smell like the lingering food that was aired out when they opened it. I don't know, it's really weird. I'm like, oh, what is that? But that's also normal. But yeah, everything's pretty much the same. Like I still have a lot of the same symptoms. They've kind of gotten a little less intense because my body's adjusting to the hormone change. So there's really not a whole lot of new symptoms except for the acne. And as far as, so we're going to talk a little bit about aversions to food and cravings right now, which kind of goes along with, you know, nausea a little bit. Again, I've not had any nausea, you know, so that's good. Food aversions, still nothing. Honestly, like I would say the only, like, it's really not an aversion, but I just don't really, sometimes I just don't really feel like eating, but it's not like, you know, ew, that's gross. I'm like, I'll wait to eat, or I want a specific thing and not that thing, you know. So I'm just a little bit more picky, which is, again, I think pretty normal. Cravings, but I don't think I have really.
Because Jack, I want this. That's
true, but there's really not a specific. Oh yeah, well, okay. I did have one craving last week. Sorry, this video is all over the place because I'm like, yeah, just out of it right now. But it's okay, we're doing this. Yeah, that's gross, I know. It's okay, I covered my mouth and it won't get on you guys. Okay. Well, by the time you see this, I'll be better. So that's good, hopefully. What were we talking about?
Pudding.
Oh, yeah. So last week, I was like 5 weeks and maybe, I don't know, like the middle of my 5th week. And I was sitting here on the couch with Richard, and I was like, it was like 10 o'clock at night.
I thought it was a joke.
And I was like, babe, I want chocolate pudding.
I'm like, haha, good one. That's the stereotype.
And
it's like, no.
Well, he goes, yeah, I know, it's 10 o'clock at night. I was like, no, I really want it.
Like, you're supposed to ask for it at 2 in the morning, not 10 at night.
I'm like, well, it's 10 at night and I want it. And he's like,
no.
It
has to be at 2 in the morning.
He didn't want to get up, and he just come from work, so I understood. So I was like, okay. So I was like, I'll just forget about it. It'll probably be gone by the next day. Whatever. I don't really want pudding that much. And the next day, we were going about our day doing errands, and all of a sudden I was like, we were passing a grocery store, and he told me there was a grocery store there. Because if you didn't know, I'm blind. So my husband is my eyes. And he's a good pair of eyes too. So he said, oh babe, there's a Vons. And I was like, we have to go in there. And he's like, why? And I'm like, I need pudding. And he's like, still? And I was like, yeah, that must be a real craving because I still want it. So we got chocolate pudding. And sure enough, it was really good. I don't really want it as much anymore, but I still have a couple left in the fridge just in case. But as far as like any other cravings, nothing really specifically. Just like certain days I'll say, oh, I really feel like mac and cheese today. Or oh, I really feel like chicken today. But it's not like a specific, I have to have this, like it was the pudding. So that was kind of rare. I'm sure they'll come. But right now, I don't have a whole lot of cravings other than I just like to eat food. Just like last time I updated you, it was kind of the same thing. Except right now, I don't want to eat anything, but that's just because I'm sick. So.
I also just had soup.
Yeah, I just had chicken noodle soup, which chicken noodle soup is really good for both pregnancy and sick. So. Sickness, yes. And as far as aversions, like I said, I have no, we were talking about that. I have no aversions. And no cravings. So yeah. Basically, this update is pretty much the same as 2 weeks ago. There's really not
an aversion to the smell of my hair.
Not much. Stop it.
That's right. Inside joke.
Yeah, it definitely is an inside joke. You're so weird.
You're gonna have to deal with me.
You're a goofball, but I love you. But yeah, so basically the update is very similar to last time. Not a whole lot has changed, except for the baby size and how excited we are, and a little nervous too. Like I said, so our appointment for our 8-week ultrasound is coming up here in a couple of weeks, a little less than that, and we'll kind of know from there where things are and how baby's doing, and we'll have a very clear picture, and hopefully we see a heartbeat. But until then, we have to trust the Lord and wait on Him and just enjoy this baby as long as we have the baby, and enjoy every day of being pregnant, which is what I'm trying to do, even miserable and sick, because it's all worth it because it's for the baby. So it's just, it's worth the suffering and the no sleep, because I know that there's a little life inside of me. So I'm very grateful. I know we said it last time, but it's still true. We are so grateful to God to have this baby and to be pregnant, and that He allowed this to happen. So thank you, Lord. And thank you guys for watching this update. Again, I'm sorry for my voice and my foggy brain, but next update I promise will be better. We will see you guys for the next one in a couple of weeks, or you'll just see these, like I said, back to back, because we still haven't told a lot of people we're pregnant yet. So it'll be a surprise in a little bit. So anyway, have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe for more of our pregnancy journey if you're interested in following along. And we will see you guys in the next video.
Yeah.
Bye!